Most people who are followed in public never realize it in the moment. They only understand what happened after they are already in danger. There is usually no dramatic moment, no sudden attack, no obvious warning. It often starts in normal places: a street, a mall, a train station, a parking lot. Places you've been 100 times before. The person doesn't look suspicious. They don't behave aggressively. And that's exactly why the signs are missed. What actually gives them away are not actions, but patterns. Small behaviors that repeat. Movements that feel coincidental. Distance that never changes. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 behavioral signs that appear when someone may be watching you in public, and how to respond calmly, avoid confrontation, and leave the situation safely. If staying aware matters to you, subscribe to ShieldPoint. This channel is about real-world safety, not fear, just practical awareness you can actually use. Because awareness comes from knowing what to look for before you need to. Most people believe danger looks obvious. They imagine raised voices, aggressive behavior, or someone clearly acting suspicious. But in real life, the situations that lead to harm almost never start that way. They start quietly, casually, and places that feel familiar. A person walking home. Someone waiting for transport. A normal stop at a store. A routine evening. And because nothing feels unusual, the early signs are ignored. This is why situational awareness matters more than strength, speed, or confidence. Because the first warning is almost never dramatic. It's subtle. It's a pattern. And if you learn to recognize those patterns early, you rarely need to deal with anything worse later. The goal of this video is not to make you paranoid, it's to make you observant. Not to teach you how to fight, but how to avoid being in a situation where you ever need to. Why people miss the signs. The human brain is designed to seek normality. When something feels familiar, we stop actively paying attention, we switch to autopilot. This is why most people walk while looking at their phone, wear headphones, ignore reflections in windows, assume repeated encounters are coincidence. The brain prefers comfort over caution. And the problem is, the moment you expect danger to look obvious, you stop noticing when it's actually subtle. And that's exactly what makes subtle patterns so easy to miss. Because when nothing feels wrong, we don't look for what might be. The first sign proves this better than any other. Sign 1. Mirroring movement. The first sign is mirroring. You change direction, they change direction. You slow down, they slow down. You cross the street, they cross the street. On its own, this means nothing. Cities are full of people going in similar directions. Here's what makes this dangerous. Most people only notice mirroring after they've already been followed for several minutes. The sign appears when it happens repeatedly. Not once. Not twice. But over several minutes. The same person stays behind you through multiple turns, stops, or changes of pace. At that point, it stops being coincidence and becomes a pattern. What to do? Avoidance only. The safest response is never confrontation. Instead, change direction casually. Enter a public space. Pause and let them pass. Use reflective surfaces to observe without turning around. The goal is not to test them, it's to remove yourself from uncertainty. And by then, the second sign is usually already happening. Sign 2. Repeated eye contact. The second sign is repeated eye contact. You notice the same person looking at you more than once. Not staring, just checking. Then again. And again. It feels subtle enough to ignore, but noticeable enough to register. What's disturbing is that people who track others rarely stare. They check. This often happens on public transport, in waiting areas, in lines, in open public spaces. The danger is not the eye contact itself. It's the frequency. Because people who are simply present don't need to track where you are. What to do? Don't stare back aggressively. That escalates. Instead, shift position. Change your environment. Sit near groups. Keep moving. Safety comes from blending into crowds, not isolating yourself. And the next sign is even harder to notice, because it doesn't involve looking at all. Sign 3. Distance control. The third sign is distance control. The person never gets too close. Never too far. They remain at the same distance from no matter how your pace changes. This is the point where most people start feeling uneasy but can't explain why. This is one of the hardest signs to notice because it feels invisible. But distance that stays consistent across multiple movements is rarely accidental. What to do? Vary your speed intentionally. Stop briefly. Enter a store. Change floors or directions. You are not trying to confirm anything. You are simply breaking patterns. People who are not focused on you will naturally drift away. And the next sign is where many people make the wrong decision. Sign 4. Fake distractions. The fourth sign is artificial distraction. Someone appears busy, but their position never changes. They pretend to use their phone, window shop, sit casually, look occupied. The danger here isn't attention, it's timing. Because this sign usually appears right before someone tests your awareness. But their attention stays aligned with your movement. It's not what they're doing. It's where they stay relative to you. What to do? Move to environments with clear exits, open visibility, other people. Avoid narrow spaces. Avoid isolated routes. Avoid silent transitions. Which brings us to the most important sign of all. Sign 5. Environment testing. The fifth sign is environmental testing. The person changes behavior based on yours. You slow, they slow. You speed, they speed. You stop, they stop nearby. If you notice this pattern, it doesn't mean something will happen. It means you still have time to make sure nothing does. This is not about following you. It's about measuring your awareness. Are you alert? Are you distracted? Are you predictable? People test before they commit to anything. Even if nothing ever happens, this pattern matters. What to do? Become unpredictable. Change routines. Alter your path. Stay in visible areas. Keep phone accessible. Let someone know where you are. Awareness alone often ends situations before they develop. And what you do in the next 60 seconds matters more than anything else in this video. How to respond safely. The most important rule of personal safety is simple. Distance is protection. Visibility is protection. Options are protection. You don't need confrontation to stay safe. You need awareness. The moment something feels off, the correct response is not fear, it's change. Change location. Change direction. Change environment. Most people think the solution is confrontation. That's actually the fastest way to make things worse. Safety is rarely about strength. It's about early decisions. Everyday tools. The most effective tools are not weapons. They are your phone, your voice, your position, your environment. A phone lets you share location, call someone, peer connected. Your voice creates presence, tension, social visibility. Your position determines escape routes, crowd access, light and visibility. These tools reduce risk without escalation. Most people think safety is about reacting fast. In reality, it's about noticing early. The earlier you notice patterns, the fewer decisions you need to make later. Awareness is not fear. It's preparation. And preparation is what keeps situations from ever becoming dangerous. If this kind of awareness matters to you, subscribe to ShieldPoint. This channel focuses on real-world safety, practical thinking, and calm decision-making. No panic. No paranoia. Just awareness you can actually use.